Hey guys, it's Casey again from Blooms and Beaks in Bloomsbury. Have some very exciting news in the chicken egg space. Our coops are in Mackay waiting to be picked up, so this next few weeks I'm going to be very busy setting all that up. What does this mean? As of June, our Lucky Dip Mixed Rainbow Egg Pack will be null and void because the flock will get split up into their breeding programs. So that means that we will be able to narrow down the breeds and pinpoint the parents, egg colours, that sort of stuff, genetics. So we're going to be moving to four main customized packs, and then we can do specific breeds, but we'll only be able to offer 6 packs for those because our flock isn't big enough to provide full full dozens. So first point, yes, we do post all over Australia. We have express cartons to pack your eggs safely and post them to you. So that being said, if you buy our eggs and you need them posted, once I've packed them, posted them, and they've left my hands at the post office, I'm not liable for how Australia Post treats and handles those eggs, okay? So that is a risk that you're taking when you get eggs posted. Most of my flock is from posted eggs, and hatch rate was very, very hit and miss, so that's something that you need to take into account. Secondly, the 4 main packs that we will be offering is, again, we will have a rainbow pack, but it is Desert Blooms pack. So this is going to be a mix of pretty much everything that we have in our flock, a little bit of everything. So there's that one. And then we have a Desert Oasis pack, which is going to be primarily made up of blues and greens. And that's going to be covering olive eggers, Easter eggers, cream leg bars, that sort of stuff. So there's that one. We have a Deep Earth pack, which is going to be your darker, rich colours. So that's going to be your darker speckled, Wellsummers, olive eggers, and marrons. So primarily Wellsummers, olive eggers, and marrons. So we will be setting up a breeding program. So we'll be crossing our black copper marrons over blue Easter eggers as well. So you might get bright blue eggs in your pack. That doesn't mean that the chicken is going to lay bright blue eggs, because we're crossing certain genetics over others. That chicken in turn is going to lay this egg, this coloured egg. That's what we're working towards. So the colours on these stickers isn't necessarily what you're going to get. That's what the chicken that hatches out of it is likely to produce. Just to make that clear, guys. And our last pack is our Desert Sands pack. So this is your more light and natural tones. This will mostly consist of our Exchequer Leghorns, lighter Wellsummers, lighter Marrons, Sussex, Brahmas, that sort of jazz, any light Easter eggers. Pretty much just our lighter tones will be in that one as well. So that's covering pretty much all of our flock, and our flock will be expanding in the next 6 to 12 months as well with the new breeds and etc. that I'm currently bringing in, incubating, all that jazz. There's a lot more going on in the background. There will be Polish and Silkies in the pipeline as well. So they are going to be another few months, and then the rest will be another 6 to 12 months. But that will be down the track. So when you buy a fertile egg pack from us, it's not just eggs, you're actually going to get a little starters pack. So part of that you're going to get on your box or your carton that you get. You're going to get a corresponding sticker for the pack that you have bought. And I also have some little incubation guide cards made up to give to you as well. So it covers egg storage when you receive them if you don't want to pop them in the incubator straight away. It's got incubation settings, lockdown information, humidity, hatching, just some little tips and tricks on there. And on the back side we have a colour layer guide. So it's basically doing a rundown on who lays what coloured eggs, and it's also got the shorthand for what I'll be writing on your eggs and the breed that it corresponds to, so you'll know what breeds have laid that egg, so and who the dad is. So you will get one of these as well, and you'll also get a little pack of rubber bands to put on your chicks legs. So if you're one of those people like me that you want to keep track of the chicks when they hatch, who's who, what breeds they are, etc., and you know you don't want to go, okay, that one with the little yellow spot there, that's this one, and trying to remember all of that, this takes the work out of it. So you're going to get a little pack of leg bands as well with your eggs. And there's a few different colours in there too, so that they're good for baby chicks. You'll get a couple of weeks to a month out of those depending on the breed and how fast they grow, but they are elastic, so they do stretch over, but obviously as the chickens grow these are going to get tighter and tighter, so they're only really good for a couple of weeks to a month. Then you'll have to chop them off, and then you can either upgrade and get bigger ones to pop on, or whether you don't, that's completely up to you. So your pack will also include those. And for locals that want to pick up, yours will come in a beautiful charcoal egg carton. So it'll look a little something like that. So you're not just buying some fertile eggs slapped in the mail, and I don't know about you, but every time I do, and the ones that do have writing on them, I can't read it half the time, where you're like, what does BIR mean? I don't even know what that is. So that's why I've tried to cover things that I didn't think of or annoyed me when I've gotten eggs in the mail, and I'm like, I don't even know what is that. So I've done these little things that have annoyed me on my journey to try and help people and take that annoyance out of it. So this is just to try and make this experience as easy and fun as possible. And these as well. I first got the wrong leg bands, put them on, and they all fell off the first day I put them on because they were too big, and then I couldn't keep track of the flock, so I've had to wait for them to grow out and start laying eggs to work out who's who, because I didn't have these. So yeah, that's what is coming up with the chicken and egg space. So it's probably a work in progress. It's going to take me a few weeks, maybe a month, to get all this set up, because there's a lot. It's just the shell, it's just the actual coop. I've still got to deck them out, enclose, shade cloth, food, water, roosting bars, nesting boxes. I've still got to do all that. This is literally just a frame and mesh. So I'm going to be busy for a while, and if I do go quiet on socials, that's why. If I shut shop with eggs, that's why. Things are getting moved around, birds probably stressing, that sort of jazz. So please be patient while we do this, because we're expanding and we're going bigger and better. So I'm so excited. Thanks for watching, guys, and I really do hope that you jump on board and are super excited to get a pack, because there's some really cool eggs, really cool breeds that we have, and there's some awesome projects that are going to be underway, and all the little details and the love that have gone into this to make this a lot nicer and easier for you as well, that, you know, you don't really get from a lot of other people that, you know, you get your eggs in the mail. So that's what we're trying to do here. So please jump on and support us when we do launch all of this and get it going, because it just helps make this bigger and better. Everything goes back into the chooks and the feed and the coops and all that jazz. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it's made you super excited for some eggs. Thanks guys.